We're all familiar with a black site. Essentially, that's a place where the CIA takes people, interrogates them, tortures them, all beyond the eyes of the law. That's why it's called a black site, because nobody knows where it is, nobody knows how to get there, or even how to do anything about it. Now, this has been a long-standing thing on the War of Terror to violate basic human rights internationally. Well, now that same concept has now been brought to the United States. A black site has been found inside Chicago after there was an investigation into the Chicago police for abuses of human rights. The place has been identified as Holman Square, a nondescript warehouse on the Chicago's west side. Local attorneys and at least one protester who have been detained there describe it as a place where Americans are denied basic constitutional rights. Now, people who have come forward with information about the facility have made the following accusations: keeping arrestees out of official booking databases, beating by police resulting in head wounds, shackling for prolonged periods, denying attorneys access to the secure facility, holding people without legal counsel for between 12 and 24 hours, including people as young as 15. At least one man was found unresponsive in a Holmes Square interview room and later pronounced dead. Unlike a Chicago City Police Department precinct, there is no public record. Lawyers have complained about not being able to get to their clients. There's no booking, there's no record keeping of what's going on. And with all of this information that has come out, the Chicago Police Department have declined to comment on it. Believe it or not, this is something that people in the third world face all the time. While there has been some outrage against this facility being found, it still remains to be seen whether or not there will actually be a huge public outcry over this. Already, we've always suspected there have been facilities like this in the past. First world people have a way of magnifying this when it happens to them, yet their government is doing this to thousands of people all across the world, and there isn't much in terms of any kind of outrage. This reality of having a bag thrown over your head, thrown into a truck, and held incommunicado for an indefinite period of time is something people in the third world, particularly those who happen to live in the countries that don't carry out U.S. interests, have to face all the time. They live in constant fear of that happening. Now, people in the first world, particularly the United States, are now beginning to get a sense of what it is that these people have been going through since the War on Terror essentially began. Time will tell whether or not these same people who become victims of this same kind of blackbagging will have the same kind of outrage towards the victims of the third world as they will for victims of it in the first world. If you like this video and you'd like to see more of them, then head over to my Patreon page and show your support. Or you can go to the MRN bookstore and check out some of the latest books available. Don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, and share on various social media.